we can finally take the example of sexual reproduction. And asexual reproduction is nothing but vegetative reproduction. For example, if we take a sugar cane, from the mother sugar cane, if we need a new plant, when we cut a stem and place it nearby, the new progeny develops without the involvement of parents or haploid genes or haploid cells or the formation of cell division and everything. That is asexual reproduction. So on the whole, the zygote is nothing but the baby plant or the baby human being, whatever is considered, the new progeny. So the zygote, the new progeny, develops into a full particular organism with the help of cell division through a process called reproduction. Then comes your repair of tissues. So whenever the injury or cut forms on the living organism, even if we can take it in the plant, so or with this only they have proved that plant is also a living organism, or even in the human being, there is a process which occurs called as healing process. So what's a healing? Healing is nothing but counterpart of the damage. So what happens in the healing process? At the site of the damaged cells, we can say this. So this is the site, rupturing or damaging. Whenever this happens at the site, this site undergoes a process called healing, through which again this layer is formed. New layer is formed to counteract the region where the injury has been occurring. That is possible with the help of this cell division. That is nothing but the new cells arranged in this particular region where the rupturing has happened. So that is also main important significance of this cell division. Understood? Next is, then we are clear about cell division and what are the significance of the cell division. Now, how the cell division occurs, or what are all the modes of cell division? We can say that what are all the processes involved in the cell division. So they are mainly of two types. One is amitosis or direct cell division. Another one is, please clear with that, one is amitosis, another one that is direct cell division. The second one is indirect cell division. So the direct cell division, the main difference between these two is the direct cell division only produces the copy of the parental cell. It doesn't have any other work to be carried out. It doesn't carry any information or the cell organelles, or it doesn't have any work. Just like a Xerox machine, it produces the own copy of the parent. That is the main process of direct cell division or amitosis. Then what is indirect cell division? So the name itself says that although this division, parental cells, divides into the daughter cells, there are many processes such as replication or the mitotic phase or the growth phase or the synthesis phase happens, through which the informations from one particular parent is carried to the children. For example, if we take a human being, we can have many similar characters that has been carried out from our father, mother, or the parental grandfather or mother. That is possible with the help of indirect cell division. Then what is direct cell division? It happens only in the bacteria. So why it is? Because the bacteria needs only the mass multiplication. So that is happening in the mass multiplication, means it needs to produce in n numbers. It has to increase its progeny. So because of that, direct cell division is possible. Some or the other case, it is happening only in those kind of lower organisms, but some or the other case, it may also occur in higher organism. For example, if we take a cardiac skeleton, the cartilage of the bone, if a fracture or something is happening, we need that area to be healed. We doesn't need any informations to be carried out, or we doesn't need the exact copy of the portion. So whenever a tissue or injury is happening in our hand, what happens? The texture of the skin is damaged, but the cells are replaced for this next development or the next existing function. So that some or the other way, or sometimes it may happen in higher organisms. So this is about the main difference. So we'll see one by one. As I had explained, it is a primitive. So what do you mean by primitive? Primitive is the foremost. We can say that monkeys are the primitive of the human being. So primitive is the first mode of cell division. And it occurs mainly in the lower organisms like bacteria, as I had mentioned, in the multiplication of its progeny. So, as I had already told, it doesn't have any work to carry any materials or message from the parental. So, there will be no chromosomal appearance. So, we would have been very clear with what is a cell, what is a chromosome and everything. Chromosomes carries the genetic information. Since it doesn't have any other work to do with this carry forward information, so there will be no chromosomal appearance. Only exact copy of it is produced. So that one day I had given the example of bacteria. It occurs only in the lower organism. But be clear with that, some or the other time it may also occur for the higher organisms like human beings in the injured or damaged bones or skeleton. So what are the steps in this amitosis? It is normally not a regular mode of division. What do you mean by regular mode? Regular mode means some process has to be happen in a step by step. So it is not a regular mode of division. It is specific, as I had mentioned. Sometimes it may be specific for higher organisms like human beings. So what happens? First the nucleus, they elongates. So this nucleus develops a membrane. So this nucleus develops membrane. Be clear with that. This nucleus develops a membrane and they are ready for stretching and they got elongated. Then finally they get divided. So this is division. And this nucleus division, it is followed by the cytoplasmic division. We know that what is the function of nucleus and what is the function of cytoplasm. So nucleus always carries the or maintains the genetic information. So nucleus, it maintains genetic information and cytoplasm copy or multiply the cell with this information. So we should be very clear that this nucleus first elongates and then this nucleus division. So nucleus division in other way it is called as karyokinesis, which we are going to see it in the next slide. So that is followed by cytoplasmic division, cytokinesis. So the information elongates and then replica of this information is given to the daughter cells. So example we can take the cells of the old tissue. So old tissue is the old or the damaged tissue is being replaced by the new one. So this is the simple steps through which the direct cell division or amitosis, in other way which is called as amitosis, taking place. Only the exact copy of the parental cell is produced, none other information is being transferred.